taxes. You know, it's the cut the government takes for being a good pimp. Just like normal people, the world's mega rich and powerful do not enjoy paying taxes. But unlike normal people, the mega rich and powerful can do something about it. And now, a huge leak of private documents is revealing just how good at it they actually are.
The Pandora Papers, a massive investigation of millions of leaked documents from offshore bank accounts, detailing how some of the world's wealthy, from world leaders to celebrities, hide their assets from authorities and tax collectors.
It's a bombshell report based on the biggest leak of offshore banking data in history. An international collection of journalists scouring a trove of 11.9 million documents leaked from 14 firms around the world. They claim these files, dubbed the Pandora Papers, blow the lid off the secrets the wealthy use to their advantage.
These are the private communications in many cases between elite, wealthy individuals and their financial managers, and the offshore companies that set them up with shell companies and trusts to help them hide their money.
Wait, what? The rich and powerful have been hiding their wealth in offshore havens to avoid paying taxes? I am disgusted and extremely jealous, because I'm out here on TurboTax adding up line 9 with line 37 like a bitch, when it turns out I could have just sent my salary to some island. Now look, man, on one level, it isn't surprising that rich people avoid paying taxes. I mean, these are the world's elites. For them, life's like Waffle House after 2 a.m. There are no rules. But it's still eye-opening to see just what lengths they go to hide their wealth. You know, they've got offshore tax havens, they've got dummy corporations, teams of accountants. I mean, call me old-fashioned, but whatever happened to just putting your money in a big treasure chest and burying it in the sand? Let's get back to basics, people. And look, obviously, when you hear that a list of super wealthy tax cheats has been leaked, the first question you have is, how can we restructure our global tax systems to help mitigate a world? Nah, I'm kidding, man. The first question we have is, who's on that list? Spill the tea.
The investigation names more than 130 people listed on the Forbes billionaires list, A-listers like Colombian pop star Shakira, and more than 330 current and former public officials from around the world.
Some high-profile names involved include Jordan's King Abdullah, former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair, Vladimir Putin, Elton John even on the list.
And the alleged mistress of Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. Said to be from a humble background, Svetlana Krivonogi reportedly acquired an apartment building in Monaco worth over $4 million just after allegedly giving birth to Putin's daughter, now a teenager, who Russian investigative sites report strongly resembles Putin.
Okay, I don't know if we really needed financial documents to confirm that this girl is Putin's daughter, since we have, you know, eyes. And I get all these other people hiding their money, but why is Putin hiding his cash? Who's gonna go after him? I doubt that anyone at the Russian IRS is willing to take on that case. Comrades, it appears Vladimir Putin has not paid his taxes. But really, well, what is tax, huh? Can it be only paid in money? Because he has paid so much more in spirit. We agree? Yeah. Now, I will say, the Shakira thing surprised a lot of people, because all this time, we were worried about Shakira's hips lying when we should have been focused on her accountant. But before you're quick to judge people like Elton John and Shakira for not paying their taxes, ask yourself this question. When was the last time any of us paid for music? Huh? So, basically, the mega rich around the world have been creating fake companies to hide their money in various countries. Not surprising. What is surprising, though, is which countries are on the list.
According to the documents, many of the bank accounts used were registered in well-known offshore havens, the British Virgin Islands, Hong Kong, and Belize. But the report claims that massive fortunes are also sheltered by trust companies based right here in the U.S. in states like South Dakota.
South Dakota's privacy and asset protection laws have made it a favorite of Chinese billionaires, Russian oligarchs, and Americans looking to hide their fortunes. South Dakota trusts now hold more than $370 billion in assets. That's up from $60 billion a decade ago. South Dakota is the main reason that the U.S. is now ranked second behind the Cayman Islands on the Tax Justice Network's Financial Secrecy Index.
Yeah, South Dakota. Surprising, right? I mean, not for me. I kind of figured there was too much money floating around South Dakota on my last visit there. But yes, Thanks to its laws that are super friendly to hidden wealth, South Dakota is apparently a great place to avoid taxes. I mean, of course, the downside is that when you withdraw your money, it will have COVID, but there's downsides to everything in life. And what's interesting is that even though South Dakota plays such a big part in this tax avoidance scheme, the billionaires closest to South Dakota, well, they don't seem to be participating in it.
One of the big questions coming out of it already is, how come there are not more American billionaires and multi-billionaires on the list? One distressing theory is, well, those guys already pay so little in U.S. taxes under U.S. law, they don't need to ship it offshore.
Woo! USA! USA! Ha! Not having a tax haven problem because your tax laws are already so easy on wealthy people. That, my friends, is rock and roll. I mean, it almost makes me feel bad for American billionaires, though, because hiding the money is part of the fun. You know, it's like trying to rob a bank, but they just give you the cash when you walk in. It's not the same. This is a stick-up. Hand over the money. Oh, no need, sir. Here's all the money. Oh, okay, but I'm still gonna pistol whip you. Oh, yes, of course. Right here on the chin. Or the head. Oh, you too into it. I don't want to do this anymore. I'll just make a deposit. But whether they're hiding money in shell companies or just following the US tax code, it's never been clearer that unlike everyone else, wealthy people from all around the world, they just ain't paying shit in taxes. And that can be upsetting to some. But if you ask me, I find it inspiring. Because it shows that no matter how rich you get, no matter how high up you rise, nothing has to stop you from being greedy as f***.